What's going on, boys and girls? Sorry I'm a bit late. I had some connection problems. How's it going, Crystal? Hopefully you got your math done. I'm in the need of some laughs today as it's been a shit show all day. Can't wait to hear about it, Kerry. Gyno maxing cap is crazy good, and Ribovic should have won that shit yesterday. I have some thoughts. Where is Francis? How you doing, Angie? What's good? Cap is becoming champ. If he keeps Gyno maxing, he's gonna. How's everyone doing today? Happy fucking Sunday. Hope everyone's well. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Westy? How you doing, Chris Gray? I guess we're both feeling pretty sad today. Makaya's been talking shit about Cap on X since the card yesterday. Yeah, that's going to get him back in the UFC's good graces. I don't think they're going to let him come back. Haha, you went live at the same time as Sniff. Fuck him. I always go live at the same time on Sunday, so if anything, he's stepping on my balls. How you doing, Lane? Ribovic's losing broke me. I was upset about it as well. I thought he won the fight, but I can understand why they gave it to the other cunt, Mini Gastelum. But I did pretty well on picks, and I'll tell you who didn't. Oh man, Gilly. Sounds like he had a little bit of a rough night. Lane, how's it feel picking Johnson? I mean, quite a few people. Yeah, the Johnson one was tough. Like he clearly lost the first and second round, but he won the third, which means nothing in this game. But the second round was a little bit close. How you doing, Good Noodle? What's good, my brother? Happy Sunday. I was so happy with Cap's performance. Little bit of cheating going on, but it kind of shows what hypocritical cunts we all are, because if somebody else had done all that eye poking, I think we would have been raging. But when Cap does it, I'm like, fuck it. All's fair in love and war. Sorry I lost, but wasn't a bad pick. I don't think it was bad. I think like the second round, Johnson was kind of taken over and he clearly won the third. I went 7-3 on picks and 2 were arguably robberies. What were your 2 robberies? Gio was number 1 on prediction tracker. So I guess I think some of the things I think the ones that stood out to me were he said Danny Barlow was definitely going to win. He did pick what'd you call it? Who's that cunt that Hyder Emil. He picked Hyder Emil. I remember that much. Cap needs the title shot next. I was talking to Jax about this last night. I reckon what they're going to do, they're going to pray to fucking Jesus, baby Jesus. The Kai Kara France beats Pantoja and then they do that fight. I don't think Gomi was a robbery. He was on the back foot constantly. That fight was razor close. I don't think you can call either fight a robbery. I didn't gamble yesterday at all. How did it feel, Tim? I lost a 25 pound free bet and I was perfectly happy. I think there's this not, this whole like not gambling on the weekends might be a thing. Shepe looked amazing. Shepe always does. The thing is about Shepe, yeah, he's not the most skilled guy in the world, but he's hard as nails and he's got a tank and he brings the fight. I think when he gets up into the top 10, he's going to struggle a little bit with guys who are a little bit more slick. But fuck me, he looked great. Overall, it was an amazing card. Cap will follow John's and DC's technique of eye poking their way to a title, and I'm all here for it. Fuck it. He looked great, and eye poke cheeking will make his title a certainty. I love it. Kai Kara France versus Cap for the interim belt while Pantoja fights Marab. I love it, Good Noodle. Unfortunately, they've already booked Pantoja and Kai Kara France. So we're fucked. That would have been the logical. Yeah, so Thor, what I did was I bet on what I do is, yeah, I've started doing this recently. I bet against people that I like so that when they win, I'm happy. I never thought that Cap was going to lose, but I was preparing myself in case he did. Shepe needs a ranked opponent or a fight that will get him ranked next. I completely agree. You can't go on a 5-fight winning streak on the UFC in any division and not be. And Shepe fought some monsters inside and outside the UFC. So I mean, he didn't really fight one yesterday, but he deserves a ranked opponent. I'd say somewhere in between 10 and 15, we can go for that. Shepe versus Qatar. What the fuck did Qatar do to you, bro? Claiming you study MMA when all you're really taking is women's self-defense classes. Shame, shame, no eye poking. I've got to be honest, Crystal. If it's somebody that I like, I don't give a fuck. The Roach robbery got me raging. Ain't ever betting on boxing again. That shit was rigged. Did you bet on Roach? Because if you did, you took Roach at 20-1. You must be fucking fuming. If you think MMA judging is dog shit, boxing takes it to a whole nother level. That was a disgraceful robbery. Cap needs the title shot next. I don't care. They should. And I saw an interview of him and Pantoja though, and they were very respectful to each other. They were almost sucking each other's dicks. It was quite gross. And Danny Silva almost got robbed. I mean, yeah, but who cares? I mean, he's not even that good. Ribovic's getting not getting robbed, but getting the wrong decision was gross to me because he actually matters. Johnson was talking mad smack about Temerov all week. That backfired. But yeah, that Roach robbery was straight up gross. The whole fight was weird. What do you mean, Frankie? Why bet against who you want and think will win? So that when they lose, I make money. But when they win, I'm happy because I like them, if that makes sense. I've been doing it for years, to be honest. Shepe versus Zalal. I like that because Zalal had a shameful performance against Qatar. I think Shepe would beat him up. So let's do it. Zalal's a really good fighter, but he fucking annoys me. It was fine, bro. Second card out of the last 6 I haven't. I had a $500 bet loss last week for the first time in 7 cards, so it was a sign for a break. 100%. When you lose a big bet, it's good to take a step back for a little while and not keep gambling because that's how you end up losing more and more. What's the number one betting advice? They say never chase your losses. So taking a little break from the game is very, very wise, sir. Lane, you should go and bang on their door, get your fucking money. I can't stand. This is why I don't bet on boxing. I've been robbed. Do you know the amount of time I was robbed on Triple G and Canelo the first time. I was robbed on Lomachenko and Devin Haney, raging about that. I would have made over $1,000. And again, it's not the money, yeah. It's the fucking it's just the piss take. Yeah, the thing is with the knee, I'm gonna say something a little bit controversial about this. Obviously, if you take a knee in boxing, you should lose a point. But the reason why it was a weird one is because obviously he didn't take a shot before that. He sort of took a knee, but you can't do that. He should have got a count, and he shouldn't have been allowed to like wipe his face, chill for a little bit, and then go like, "Oh, we're gonna fight again." It was fucking ridiculous. But even without that being scored a 10-8, Roach won that fight. I had him winning 8 rounds to 4. Boxing judging is so lame. That's one way of calling it. It's criminal, is what it is. Lane, mine has been over since a guy I trained with in the 1990s had to throw a fight and take the money or get hospitalized. How you doing, Ulysses, my guy? Haney be getting saved so many times. Haney is I can't stand Devin Haney. I think he's so shit as well. Getting schooled, but I mean Ryan Garcia is not terrible, but getting schooled by that guy is embarrassing. The card after 313 is arse. 313. Wait, let me see. 313 is now arse, mate. I just typed in 313 and not UFC 313. Oh no, 313 is all right. I think it's UFC 312 that's gross. No, yeah, no, it's 30. Hang on. Mate, 313's shit. 313 is shit. Glad to see you, Ulysses. Why does no one blame Davis getting tired and getting worked? He got stunned so bad and he was just staring at Roach in the 12th round. I think he thought he was going to lose. Did you know what the telling thing is? In the post fight, I saw the post fight interview for both of them. And Roach was pissed and Davis was like, The draw was alright. The draw was alright. I hate the way he talks. When someone's saying the draw was alright, that means, "Alright, you lost, you bitch." Um, Vittori versus Dolidze 2. What's funny about that is Vittori thought he was fighting Roman Kopylov, not Roman Dolidze. Fuck me, he's a dumb meathead. Oh, the card after 313. Was it? Oh, after 313. You know, I don't read too good. What's the card after? But I mean, 3-1. I don't mind it. It's on par with 313. Yeah, that's pretty ass. There's a couple fights in there that should be scraps, though. I'm struggling to find them. Yeah, it's pretty shocking. 313 is far from fire. How you doing, Captain Refugio? What's good, Torren? Yeah, I'm just generally. I really enjoyed last night's card. Are you on the Silk Pajamas game? I am. I lost every point I had to start the week off. I think I put all my points on Ribovix, which I admit wasn't a robbery, but I thought he won. So I'm upset. And shout out to the Bodak show. The Bodak show. Westy, thank you for dropping a link in the description. If you guys are not subscribed, get your asses over there. I was trying to contact you to be on your podcast, but I think we might have to wait until the week of the UFC 313 event. I got your message. I did message you back. I've just been inundated with work lately, man. It's been fucking shocking. Don't feel bad, Frankie. There's at least 10 people struggling to find that like button as well. I know you fucking scum. You fucking scum. I give you my hard-earned time. I fucking absolutely ramble, and you won't even click on a button. The big bad wolf is in the chat. How you doing? How you doing, Juice Man? Yeah, shout out to Bodak if you haven't subscribed. I missed the fucking I missed the quiz on Thursday. I was absolutely shattered. I think robbery is harsh. Because the thing of it is, yeah, I was watching it and I had my money on Ribovix, which is how I know it wasn't a robbery. And I felt like he was obviously really, really way the amount. First of all, the amount of punches that Ribovix was throwing throughout that fight was incredible. The gas tank on that man is unreal. I'd love to see him in a 5-rounder. However, he didn't game plan very well. He wasn't going to the body when he should have done, and he was landing on the gloves and the arms a lot. He played into what's his face? I keep thinking of him as Mini Gastelum. Um, he was playing into his hands the entire fight. If he'd ripped to the body a bit and got him to drop his hands, he could have won that pretty clearly, but he fucked it. He fucked it. I do think he was way more active. He landed. I mean, he threw a lot more, but did he land a lot more? I don't think he did. I'm gonna be honest. I thought he clearly won the third round. Mini Gastelum won the first, and then the second round was pretty close. But again, he wasn't really landing that well, and I didn't like the Nasrat Hakparast. He just wasn't landing that well. So for me, not a robbery, but a very close fight. And I did think Ribovix won based on his control of the cage, the fact he was throwing a lot more. But I thought Nasrat in the first 2 rounds landed with more. So I get why the decision was what it was. Capitan. I've been butchering people's names recently. I've been butchering just general words. Second fight, yeah, that knee, and but I will say this though: the third round, Ribovix did kind of wobble him in the second round, and he fucking he almost ironed his ass out in the third round. That head kick was brutal. I thought Ribovix won, but I can see I'm not shouting, I'm not screaming robbery. I don't think you can. Fucking like it, cunts. I never like, but I'm under oath not to. But all of you should. Nasrat is tough, whether it's a robbery or I mean, Nasrat's got that fucking, you can't see his neck. Yep, shout out to Usiles as well. Subscribe to his channel. Westy just posted him in. Legal blows that have immediate or cumulative impact with the potential to contribute towards the end of a match, with the immediate weighing in more heavily than the cumulative impact. Um, so what you're saying in a roundabout way, cunt, is Nasrat should have won that fight, I guess. I thought Ribovics won it. I thought his activity, I thought the way that he set the pace of the fight was incredible. But Noob, we haven't talked about the eye pokes from Cap yet, but I'm willing to discuss it. I will say this here. I've been polishing Cap's dick for a long time. I love Manel Cap, and I'm a hypocrite. Because when anybody else does eye pokes, I'm complaining, but when Cap does it, it's all fair. I would say this though, I don't think it really affected the fight that much. Maybe that's a controversial thing to say. They weren't like deep in his eyeball or anything. I'm totally being a hypocrite about that. Dougie, can you drop your own damn link, mate? We don't drop our own links. I was about to say something really out of pocket there. I had Ribovic 2-1, but it was a toss-up, no robbery. I'm the same with you, Hustle Bones. And I had money on Ribovic. So I can't even complain. I said it to everyone before. He was in my parlay, and I wasn't complaining at the end. I was disappointed, but I wasn't like fuck like I have multiple times since I've been betting on MMA. Asu was sprinting for his life. Again, he did the old Chelsea Chandler running man routine. You can't do that in the cage, man. It just looks terrible. Cap was gonna win regardless. Cap in his last two has looked fucking sensational. But it just makes me think, how good is Mohammed Makayev? I mean, he's awful and he's boring to watch, but how good is he? How effective is he? Activity and pace aren't part of how we score the sport, though, bro. I agree with you, but it's how you score goals in MMA. All right, so the thing of it is, yeah, it's very hard. This is where damage becomes an issue because you can argue that the damage was definitely accumulative, for sure. I mean, all those shots to the hands and to the, some that were poking through a little bit. I would argue that in the first two, Nasrat had the more impactful shots, but he landed, and the thing is, he landed at a reasonably high clip as well and a higher percentage. So it's hard to take away the first two rounds from Nasrat. It is. And this is me. I love Ribovic. I do. But bros, I don't know, man. I don't know. You can't call robbery one way or another. I don't even think you can say bad decision. You can just say close fight. You can just say close fight that didn't go for our boy this time. And it's a shame because, like I said, he's got way more of a future in the sport. Nasrat is very one-dimensional. Just scrape your eye real quick and see how it feels. I'm constantly sticking my finger in my eye, mate. But I mean, again, I think it was who was it that said it here? Noob said it perfectly. That's on the fault of the refs. I don't think Cap, who's a horrible ref by the way, Mike Beltran is a fucking moron. But it was on the ref. I don't think Cap was intentionally poking his eye out. And if we're being completely fair here as well, Cap completely outclassed him. Because he's obviously on, his nipple is just like he's clearly doing something, but he hasn't been caught, so it is what it is. He wants to see Michael Johnson versus Ribovics might get a fight like that. And I do think Ribovics is going to bounce back from it because he was class. And I think that's the disgraceful thing. It's like I don't think both of them deserve to lose. It's one of those horrible things where like sometimes the 10-9 must system in a situation like that, because you could argue that the second round was a 10-10. The second round is a perfect example in that fight of where the 10-9 must system isn't always flawless. So 'Cause I think that would have been I think a draw would have been a perfect result for that fight, in my opinion, in the old system. Yeah, I agree. That's the problem with the fight was close and fun, but the way we score it's the right call. The bigger shots count more. It's written there clear as day. I mean, under the current scoring system, Nasrat won that fight. Or I can see how he won that fight. How you doing, Tino? I'm fucking depressed, man. I don't want to hear Anthony Gordon's name. I hate him right now. Fucking Plum is not going to be. Oh, do you know? I don't even want to talk about it. What a cut. Hope you're doing well, bro. I'm looking forward to hearing about to seeing your video on it as well. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Shout out to Tino the Toon. If you're a soccer fan or a football fan, give my bro a fucking sub. He's got an amazing channel over there. Yeah, Asu got fraud checked a little bit, but we knew how the fight was gonna go. What really impressed me about the fight more than anything was Manel Cap's takedown defense was amazing. But again, how good is fucking Makayev? Yeah, I'm sad, man. I'm sad, Tino. I wish we would have seen Royval versus Cap. I think Royval would have beat him. Although this version of Cap, I'm not sure. It would have been a great fight. Royval, I think, is flyweight's kind of weird, man. I think like Royval's kind of in a league of his own beneath like Pantoja and Moreno. I can't believe he beat Moreno. And then you've got like him, and then there's a whole host of others coming up. Tatsuro Taira, you could probably put on the same level as Royval as well. Yeah, but 10-point must exists for exactly that reason. I know the thing is, yeah, I get that 10 points must system is necessary, but this was a rare occasion where it's problematic, especially where you get two fighters that are very, very equal and you can make a case for both of them. Because this whole damage-based scoring thing, a lot of people hide behind that, but it's very hard to judge it in there. And I mean, Nasrat looked fucking damaged to me. Will Chris Gutierrez fight at 313? I see him on Marcel's bout order, but he has no opponent yet. Don't care, mate. Chris Gutierrez is all right, but like, I mean, who's really clamoring to see that cunt fight? I don't even think his family care. Wait, Frankie, you a Toon Goon? I fucking am, man. I'm a Newcastle fan. It's depressing, mate. I've been a Newcastle fan for 30 years and they've done nothing but break my heart. Makaya versus Pantoja is what should have happened from the start. Pantoja would have dealt with him because Pantoja's a great wrestler and he's a way better striker. And Makayev as the champion would have been horrific. I guess he would have got activity, but he's horrible. Figgy versus Cap would hit. I think we should do it. They like I said, there was a post-fight interview between the two of them. They are very, very respectful of each other, which is quite surprising. Because Cap is like a blatant shit stirrer. I got the sense that he doesn't like anyone. But yeah, why are you talking about Chris Gutierrez, Larry? Who gives a fuck? His mum doesn't want to even see him booked. Chris struggled versus Kang Lee, if I remember correctly. I mean, exactly. Cap had a broken foot in the Makai fight, didn't he? He broke his toe very early into the fight. But that fight was incredibly bad, and they both deserve to be cut for that. My brother's a Liverpool fan, Hustle Bones. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you playing with all the toys and not sharing them with anybody else. Isak has got me so many fantasy points this season. Again, bro, that's my guy. But I think he's going to be leaving real soon. As long as he doesn't go to Arsenal, I don't care. I hate Arsenal and I hate Chelsea. Most of my mates are Arsenal fans and they're all dumb as fuck. Extremely dumb and delusional and entitled and gay. I'm just gonna throw gay in there as well. But yeah, Isak is the man. Sorry, some of you Americans are probably thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? We put up with your shitty sports, all right? I'm gonna put up with ours for 30 seconds. But yeah, man, I mean, all in all, though, it was a really, really fun card. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And I do feel better that I haven't really lost any money this weekend, because I was on a little bit of a losing streak until last weekend. So, but yeah, Cap did have a broken foot, but again, that fight was it was just horrendously bad. And That's why I was worried about Cap going into this one because I felt like he was too easily neutralized. But he looked fantastic. Don't be mad at me when we buy Isak. You mate, you can have. I'll drive Gordon to the fucking airport myself after today. The prick. But to be honest with you, if Isak's gonna go anywhere, I'd rather he. I don't have any. I mean, I hate Liverpool in that like you always bend us over and doggy the fucking shit out of us. It's depressing. But if he's gonna go anywhere, I'd rather he goes to Liverpool. I just don't want him going to Arsenal. He showed me the money though. Hustle. The only reason I don't think he's going there, you guys ain't paying 150 million, and that's what it's gonna. That's what it's gonna take. Another great card ruined by a janky main. I thought the main event was great, man. I thought Cap looked amazing. I love seeing Cap style out, and then bringing his daughter into the cage and being like, bring my daughter," and then saying, "Yes, that is the best." I just thought this guy just gets it, man. This guy's I don't know what that accent was. That accent was bad. The card was very entertaining. We had a lot of finishes. It was very fast paced, and for me, as a fucking UK fan, Bodak can relate to this. Paradox can relate to this. Hustle Bones, I'm not sure exactly how you relate to this, but having a card that finished at 2:30 in the morning, that'll do just fine. Newcastle have money now. It's a matter of time before they win something. It's the PSR stuff, though, man. We can't spend it. It will be 5 years before we can pretend that we're earning enough money that we can spend. It's all a fucking bullshit, fucking drawn out nonsense. And then by the time it happens, they'll probably scrap the whole thing. Main event was second only to. I mean, all right. So, boys, what was your fight of the night? I think I personally had Ribovics and Hackprass was my fight of the night. But the Emil and Gomi fight was really good. The Patterson KO was fucking amazing. There was another fight on the preliminary card that was. I mean, the Shepe Mariscal was really great as well. Just remember JJ Aldrich had a fight as well. That bitch. They put a stat up saying that she's had 12 decisions in the UFC, and I was just thinking, think about how much of our lives that cunt has stolen. Someone could do the maths. 12 rounds, 15 minutes. I can't be asked to work it out, but you get what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. Main was not a good fight at all. I enjoyed it, man. The thing is that Cap looked great. A fight can be, I mean, a main event can be good where it's not that competitive, but where you see somebody, styling out. And what I love about, I just love watching Manel Cap fight because when he's flowing, he's a joy to watch. The way he moves in and out, the head movement, the way he fakes, the way I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun fight. He makes it entertaining. How you doing, Andy B? What's good, my brother? Shout out to your channel. How many subs you on? How many subs you at now, bro? I haven't checked in a little while. Shout out to my boy Andy B. The reason why I was late today is I was actually writing down people's channels in the description, and then it reset. It was like fuck. So there will be a few missing, but I'll make sure I write them in on time next time. Emil versus Gomi was probably I would argue was on par with the Ribovics and Hackprass fight. Very competitive, very close to score. And you could give really good reasons for both guys winning. Let's do Emil versus Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia. Let me just make sure I've got the right brother. Steve Garcia, I think, is really good from what I. Yeah, Steve. Why is it showing me Steve Garner? Steve Garcia. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, Steve Garcia would fuck him up. Hyder Emil is a retard. I want to make that clear. He's a retard. He's got heart. Don't get me wrong, and he brings the fight. But he fights like a fucking retarded fourth grader, in my opinion. Swinging those fucking helicopter shots. Oh, speaking of retardation, Kloss, my boy, top retardation. Actually fun while it lasted. It kind of in a way justified why they put that there. How did you guys feel about the ref stopping it for a second to put their gum shields back in? You know what? Fuck Cap. Cap is definitely cheating because the thing is, he looks way better than he used to. Cap's always been skilled, but now he just looks powerful and skilled. He's suddenly got an incredible chin. Back from the bogey races, sweet bro. I've been watching a lot of your shorts lately. I mean, I always watch your shorts. That sounded wrong. Are we finally done with Lane? We were never in on Lane. Lane's embarrassing. To be 6'6" and that huge and to get fucking railed out like that. I didn't realize as well that his that Pinto was when he started talking, I was like, fucking hell, this guy sounds like he's from round away. And apparently he is. He's from London. Don't I mean repping Portugal's a bit of a bitch move, but sounds like a proper South Londoner. I didn't, and I knew that about him because I saw him on the Contender Series, but I completely forgot because it's been a while since he fought. Mark Smith helped Cody win. I agree with that. Cody looked like he was about to get knocked the fuck out, which is disappointing because I hate Cody Brundage. I'm officially anti-Cap now. Get out. Bro, there's no Cape slander in here. I fucking love Manel Cap. Manel Cap is in my top. He's in my top 5 favorite fighters. I've got Fluffy in there as well. I love Cap. Cap's coming out here to make flyweight great again. And I'm all here for it. Brundage versus Abdul Malik or Nick Klein would be a fun scrap. I mean, why not? Why not? For some reason, they're keeping Cody Brundage around no matter what happens, so why not? Nick Klein would be a decent one. Because they deserve, like, Nick Klein deserves to get another fight for going in there on short notice. So why not? The thing is, I say I hate Cody Brundage. It's just because the amount of times he's bitched out of fights by pretending to be hurt, or he tried to do it in this fight as well, where he got eye poked, and you could see it was crossing his mind. Cody Brundage likes getting paid for not fighting. Yeah, I would love Manel Cap to become champion. I don't know if he beats Pantoja, but he's the right age. You never know. I mean, what we really want, boys. We want Kai Kara France to knock Pantoja's head off. Because if we get fucking Cap and Kai Kara France, that would be vitrionic, mate. That would be a beautiful, beautiful fight. And the build-up would be sensational because that's real hatred. Pants, grapes, cape. Pants, nice. Cap. Yes, Lane. Fuck Lane. Using your name and spelling it wrong. Yeah, that's bad. He's just, again, it's embarrassing. He's huge. You're a 6'6" Goliath. And you get battered like that. It's embarrassing. If you're 6'6", you should be ruler of the world. Not getting dunked out by someone way smaller than you. It's gross, mate. You should be mogging, not getting battered. Kai Kara France KO's Cap. I don't know. Cap is so elusive. And he's on roids. Let's not forget he's on roids. And I'm with Dougie's corner. I think it's exactly what flyweights needs. We don't need any of this polite shit. We need vitrionic hatred, especially down there, because there's just no personalities down there. Like when Pantoja and Cap got on the because I was watching the pre-fights, or sorry, the post-fights, and Manel was in the studio getting interviewed, and they brought Pantoja on, and they were sucking each other's dicks. It was really gross. I don't know if I want to see that. Uh, I'm of the opinion even that if Pantoja beats Kai Kara France, they should do Pantoja versus Marab, and then they should do Cap versus Kai Kara France. Cap's next fight needs to be against Kai Kara France, and he needs to be further enough removed from that embarrassing Bakayev loss as well. Did I hear about your mum? No, I did not, Andy B. What happened to your mum? Yeah, no more rematches like Moreno, Pantoja. We need new matchups. I mean, that's why the Kai Kara France fight, I'm all right with it. But ultimately, what I want from all of this, I want Manel Cap versus Kai Kara France. Cap is secretly closeted. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it? Because his hatred of gay people is so visceral. Usually, those are the ones you've got to look out for. Usually, they're the ones that you catch getting a dick in their ass or sucking a dick. When they profess to hate gay people that much, they're definitely juggling some balls in their spare time. Said that I get banned on you all. I don't think your mum realizes that we're actually your friends. That might have something to do with it. The thing is, Andy, I think your mum's looking out for you, so don't be upset with her. She's probably just looking out for your best interests. But you genuinely have friends on here that care about you. But it's about separating between the two of them, you know? Because you have had some pricks on here who have treated you like shit, mate. So I get why she feels that way. She's just looking after you. Take it from me, mate. Being a parent, I understand. So don't be upset with her, innit? But it's good that you're here now, and we appreciate having you here, brother. Hating gays too much is so gay. This is my long running theory, Dougie. I think when you're viscerally in, because like I don't know, man. I don't want to say that I hated gay people, but I came from a subculture growing up where being gay was like the worst thing ever. Little did I know, but there's something in that. There's something in like if you're just so outwardly, it's like the not American History X, the American Beauty character. You know, the dad. It's a bit like that. It's like you're just you're so closeted within yourself that all you can do is act in a rage about it, like the fucking stream. Douglas Memo is back in the building. I'm glad you're not banned again, brother. Some sneaky fucker seems to be doing it to you all the time. I'm not upset about it. I'm glad, bro. And at least you're here. We fucking love you, Andy B. Um, Anakin MMA Gadziev. How you doing, Douglas? It's good to see you here. Cap hates himself so much, and I mean, it's like I said, man. People having kids ain't a tester of you being gay or not. So that isn't even conclusive proof. Aren't we all a bit gay? Clip that. I will not say that to her. Yeah, 100%. I completely get where you wait. What did Matua say? Andrew, tell your mum to eat your shorts. That's a very nice way of saying I disagree with you, mum. How you doing, Kerry? Kerry, how's your day been? I heard you mentioned earlier you've had a little bit of a sucky one. How's it going, brother? Cap hates on Brazilians being mutts, like he's a native Portuguese. I mean, there is some. He is from Angola, which is kind of ironic. Yeah, yeah. I agree with Angie. Don't say that to your mum, bro. I have a Bart Simpson pin from the '80s that says "Eat my shorts." Yeah, that I remember when that. I remember when that used to be cool. How you do? No, we aren't all a bit gay, Dougie. Dougie, Douglas. Sounds like you're in the closet there, buddy. You got a little bit of Manel Cap going on. How you doing, John Dong? What's good, my man? Good to fucking see you here, bro. Always a pleasure to have John Dong in the building. Dougie. I second Dougie's take. Westy. Someone's hiding in the closet. Dougie the gayest. I'm chill and be right back. Okay, Andy B. I'll catch you soon, buddy. Dong Famakin. Jong Famakin? I'm good, John. I'm just chilling like a villain, bro. I've had a good weekend. It's been pretty chill. Enjoyed the fights last night. What's good, Frankie, and all the OGs in the chat? What's good, Crossover MMA? Again, shout out to Crossover MMA. Crossover, I haven't seen your channel numbers lately because I'm scared to. Because I'm pretty sure you've overtaken me by now. Everyone overtakes me in the end. But anyway, shout out to you. and subscribe to Crossover MMA. He's one of the boys. He's been a long-standing friend of the channel and has a great channel himself. Shout out to him. Is that a rainbow flag in the chat there, Hustlebones? Which was a closer fight, Gomes versus Emil or Ribovics versus Nasrat? I would say probably Gomi versus Emil. You could make an equal case for both of them. I mean, you can do with Ribovics and Nasrat as well. I thought Ribovics won. But I've talked about this earlier, by the letter of the law, I can understand why they gave it to the other cunt who no one cares about. Frankie has the most underrated. It's not really an MMA channel though, is it? This is where like incels come to cry and then dive in and out of the closet, which I fully respect. But I appreciate that, Kloss. I appreciate that. I'm trying to just enjoy the moment. Takanara Gomi. Oh, yeah, I was. But yeah, shout out to Crossover. There are so many great creators in here. I did put quite a few of them in the description in the channel. So if you guys want to be, like firmly entrenched in the community that we've created here, you will find all the creators that we work with in the chat. I'm sorry, in the description. And there should be way more, but I accidentally deleted them when I got started out and just couldn't be bothered. Oh, shut up. This isn't everything channel. This isn't everything channel, plus a little bit of group therapy on the side. Group therapy is essentially what we do here. There's a bit of like, rotating closet shit going on. And but this is basically a support group. It was like a male support group, but now that we've got like 3 real life females in here, we can't even say that anymore. Most fucking female chat members in the game, by the way. Free. An entire 3 real humans that have vaginas. It's amazing. Gomes will be back in the world. I don't like Gomi. I don't like him. I'm glad that he lost. Fuck it. I said it. I don't care. The fact that Hyder didn't quite KO him is crazy. I mean, his defensive work was nice. But when you're on the back foot like that and you're getting pressed up against the cage a lot, you're asking to lose the decision. And Hyder Emil, whatever his name is. I didn't realize he was Filipino as well. I don't know what country he's repping, but Frankie, dude, you made Anchor MMA's night, by the way. He was hyped as fuck from the raid for like 4 hours. Bro, that's exactly why we need to be doing it. He seemed like a lovely bloke as well, who had really good opinions. So shout out to him as well. I think I've put him in the description, or I should have done. In fact, can somebody throw him can somebody throw his link in here, please? Anchor MMA. If you could give the guy more subs, that would be legendary. He's such a lovely bloke. And that's why we love doing raids. Because when you see someone's face light up, I remember when I got my first one and I literally pissed in my pants. It was horrific. How you doing, Charlie? Your picks earned me a significant windfall. I tried sending 500 Swiss franc to show my appreciation, but your channel didn't accept it. That old chestnut, yeah? I got a few picks wrong yesterday, but generally it was quite good. I think I went like, I don't know how many fights there were. I think I got like 3 wrong or something. And 2 of them were definitely robberies. Gomi, more like a gamist. I mean, he's French, innit? I mean, all French love a little bit of finger banging in their own bumholes. I bet their DMs are filling up with sausage now. You've pointed that out. This is what I'm saying. I'm doing a service. I'm here to do a service. This is the best place to come swinging out of that closet. I'm staying in mine though. Fuck y'all. Based Albanian brother. Yeah, he just seems like I don't want to come off fruitier than I usually do here. He just seems like a sweetheart. Just a nice lad. And like I said, man, it takes big balls there to get on YouTube and talk to people. I know. It's only been recently, yeah, that I stopped getting nervous going on here. In fact, it's just occurred to me that it must have happened really recently. 'Cause every time I used to hit that go live button, I'd be quaking in my little space boots. Venmo me and I'll forward it to Frankie. Yeah, he's my manager. My corrupt manager who takes 100% of my earnings. Anakin Better and Marlon on the Casual podcast said Haidar has pillow fists. Well, Better MMA is retarded. I don't like that little prick. Fuck that guy. And I don't usually say that about people, but he's just a little dick rider. Anyway, mine was meant to be a surprise present forgive me gift. Mind you, I'm saying that about Better MMA just based on some of his chat bullying. He might be a nice person. I have no idea. And I don't really watch his content, so I partially retract that statement. But yeah, shout out to what was his name again? Oh, I sound like a cunt now. I've totally undone that. Haider would lose to Shepe bad. 100% he would because they're both chatty as fuck here, but Shepe at least has some skill to him. Haider's just retarded. He just swings like a retard. That's how it be. All he has is power, but if it don't work, he fades. I agree. Haider Emil is going to get devastatingly battered in his. They're probably going to give him somebody that he doesn't deserve, and he's going to get smashed. But that's what happens when you play the game. Fam, retarded dick sucker for sure, for sure. Fam is a retarded dick sucker for sure, for sure. I don't know who that is, but he's a real cocksucker. Yeah, what a prick. Yeah, that's my boy Hustle Bones. Just dishing out the dirt on somebody that I'm talking shit about. That's what I love. To be honest, I don't really know that much about him. He's one of Rigo's little dick riders. He lives in Rigo's asshole basically. He's one of Rigo's stable of boys, from what I understand. He definitely likes a finger in the bum. You can always tell by somebody's face. I reckon. Sorry, I'm going off. Completely got off topic here. But Hustle Bones, I fucking love you, bro. This is why you're a valuable member of my chat. And Hustle Bones, I am very much considering making you a mod very soon because you're just ever present in here and a legend. If that's something that floats your boat. Yeah, most of most of these dudes hang out with Rigo and Gnome. Who the fuck is Gnome? I don't want to know. The only thing about I don't like any of that pack. I don't like Better, and I don't like Lost Soul, and I don't like I really really hate Eagle MMA. The fact that he's a scout leader is fucking disturbing to me. I mean, if that's not like Nazi fucking red flags, I don't know what are. Anyway, I'm sorry. I believe we were talking about something more pertinent. We almost got through an entire month without talking about that little scumbag. Every day he's hustling. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that particular individual, but Eagle MMA is the most annoying one of them all. Eagle MMA is a weird one, yeah, because he I didn't realize you could take dick riding to that extent. I didn't know that was possible. Like dick riding is mad, but like dick riding somebody like that is just wow. Yeah, you definitely don't want to know. You know me, I'm not really into beef. I'm not, but there's certain people that just don't mod me. I'll either get weird and quiet or abuse my power for the lulz. You do seem like the type. What's the point in being a mod if you can't act like fucking Hitler in the chat? That's what I say. I crashed their panel like a week ago and flamed Rigo off the panel. Fuck blood, fam gay. I'm amazed that Rigo does stuff like that. He's usually lurking. He's usually lurking in the. Anyway, I'm going on too much about this. Cub Scout is crazy. 100%. I reckon Cub Scouts. I reckon about 50% of them at minimum fuck little boys. I'm just being realistic. And the thing is, I was in the Cub Scouts. And I'm not saying I got fingered or anything, But there was definitely like a dude who was like the patrol leader or whatever you called him, who was definitely well, he looked like a nonce. Him and his wife ran the thing, and like his wife was like orca fat. I mean, like she looked like a fucking killer whale. So there was no way he was fucking her. And he was like a skinny. You can imagine the type. He was a skinny old man. You know, I feel bad now because I actually heard he died recently, and there's no proof that he was a nonce. Nobody ever accused him of being it, but he looked like one. They're very hateful and spiteful, and they're very high schooling. I've just been talking shit about some probably very nice, kind old man who ran clubs for children and was never accused of nonsense at all. I'm going to restate my favorite insult for Rigo. He is a spiteful little twat goblin that didn't cook long enough and needs to be stuffed back up inside his mother. That's one of the worst insults I've ever heard. My maker wishes to be your mod. That's fucking tragic, mate. Frankie got his rub and tug merit badge. Yeah, first one I got, mate. First one I got. You should see what's on the badge as well. Here's why I'm here. The last 15 minutes have saved me. It's just, I think I've got autism, mate. I must. Charlotte, you're a fucking legend as well, mate. I told him he sounds like one of my scorned ex-white bitches. I'm sure he took that really well. He seems like he's capable of having like, you know, nuanced, fair criticism about his noncing. I think UFC 313 Powertan fight goes over 1.5. I think it 100% goes over 1.5. 100%. And credit to you for bringing the topic back to MMA and not fingering little boys' bumholes. Fuck me. Why did I say that? Yeah, Charlotte, it's really good to have you back, man. I've missed having you around here. I mean, I know you were here yesterday or whenever, but I mean, in general. Yes, I think the Powertan fight with Ankalaev's hard to finish. So, I genuinely don't know who's going to win that fight. I really don't. After the stream, watch my recap video, lads. Do that and subscribe to Dougie's Corner as well. I always watch Dougie's Corner's videos and I make inappropriate comments as well. So do the same. Like I said, boys, if you like the stream, comment on our stuff, even if it's just little stuff. It really helps boost videos and stuff. Also, I've heard I'm blind like Ray Charles. You mean you're blind to? I'm not gonna say that. But shout out to you as well, you cities man. You're another solid fucking dude. I need to catch one of your lives as well because I always miss them. 313 came quick like a scoutmaster. Well, you'd hope they come quick. You want the suffering to be. Why am I talking about this? But shout out to Dougie's Corner. 313 ain't doing it for me. It's a horrible card from top to bottom. You can't put Alex Pereira on a card and just say we're done here. Joshua Van versus Ray Tsusura is like Johnson versus Temerov. I agree with you, Usadis. I think it's a gross matchup. And the reason why I'm saying it is what they did to Johnson yesterday was disgusting. The guy won 5 fights in 2024, arguably fighter of the year. And then they give him a new up-and-coming savage. It's gross, mate. Why is he getting sacrificed? And to open up the card as well? Fucking nasty work. Early predictions, 313 is going to be a banger or not. I reckon, I'll be honest with you, I reckon 313 is going to be a good card in that the fights are going to be good, but on paper, it doesn't deserve to be. And if I 100% encourage everyone here to boycott the event. And by boycott, I mean watch it, but don't pay for it. Shout out to methstreams.net. Big Frank, how you doing? S-Dogs MMA Talk. Bro, I need to get you on this week. I know I keep saying it, but it's been a solid week and a half since we've done a live together, bro. And I need to like vape off your energy. It keeps me going for the rest of the week. Shout out to S-Dogs MMA Talk. If some fucker could put his link in the description. Much appreciated. You must be tickling those balls of 1,000 subs as well soon. You're hot on my coattails as well if you haven't overtaken me. Not this a competition or anything. It is. And I'm losing. Yeah, that is tough for Johnson. Now Temerol's gonna be ranked. Exactly. One fight in the UFC and he's ranked, and Johnson spends his entire adulthood breaking into the top 15. It's fucking disgusting. Wow, Crystal and Westy just neck and neck there. But Van Saruya will be a good fight. Saruya's a really good wrestler, right? Maybe they're trying to punish him because he pulled out of that last fight. Very young as well. They may be doing it just because they may be doing it just because they're very young and they're like, well, sink or swim kind of thing. And by the way, shout out to Capitan Rufuscio as well. Guys, subscribe over there. Tomorrow, brother, you and me for a UK Vegas recap. I'll tell you what, if I get home on time, I'm definitely down. Because Monday is usually a bit sketchy for me. I don't often go online on a Monday. But if I'm back home at a reasonable hour, which I'm positive, there's a 50% chance, then I'll be there. Or at the very least, I'll stream on your channel. I hope my next video takes me over 1K, 240 away. I hope you get there as well, bro. And again, shout out to Kerry, Rob's neighbor. If you're into like motorcycles, if you're into like general like like how do I explain it? Like I don't want to say I was gonna say vehicle building, which is just proves what a man I'm not. Subscribe to my boy over there. Let's get everyone to over 1K so that we can all make $10 a month. Yeah, where the fuck has Tim Elliott been these days? Tim Elliott is a tough fight for anyone. Nah, fuck that. It's happening tomorrow, mate. 100%. No, I mean, I'm 50% sure that I'm going to get home at a reasonable hour. I don't know this. Westy doesn't know a channel. I assumed you were modded in there, mate. I need to, Kerry, you need to start doing more lives as well. To my knowledge, you've only done 1 or 2, and I still remember it. It was beautiful. Yeah, very style versus style. That's exactly what it is. So yeah, I'm kind of Tim Elliott. They need to get back into the mix as well because he's somebody I mean, I'm embarrassed by Tim Elliott as a man for getting, for his wife getting fucked on his wedding night by not him. I mean, you never fuck your own wife on your wedding night, but still, you don't let somebody else do it. It's gross. Speak Anchor MMA. Anchor MMA. We were just talking about you, S-Dog. Subscribe to Anchor MMA. In fact, everyone subscribe to Anchor MMA. I was chilling in Anchor MMA's live stream yesterday. Awesome guy. We were actually sucking you off for about 20 minutes there a while ago. Anchor MMA. We were shouting you out. Another up and coming MMA channel now is going to be firmly part of the community. And you're Albanian or Armenian. I can't remember which one of the two, but Eastern European Chad. Subscribe to my G over there. Sterling, don't take no for an answer. He never does. He never does. I get DMs from Sterling at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Be like, bitch, we're going live. Not quite like that, but similar to that. And Crystal, by the way, Crystal Miller is always shouting people out, and we need Crystal Miller to get to 200 subs as soon as possible. Shout out to Crystal Miller as well. I fucking love you. Anyway, yeah. So S-Dog, subscribe to Anchor MMA. Really great dude. Anchor MMA. How did you enjoy the card yesterday? I'm assuming I assume your dick was as hard as mine was. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What stream was great last night? Was Anakin streaming? I never shout out Anakin MMA as well. Anakin MMA is another fucking dude. Fucking love Anakin MMA. Let me lean back a little bit. You can see my face looks a little bit too big in the camera. There we go. Lol, my man just gave the TV, bro. Please, just, you have no idea how many times your missus has got me in trouble. So we're even. All right. She's got me in trouble at least twice. All I'm gonna say is lap dance. I hope you have a very awkward dinner. Crystal Miller, you got any lambs for sale? Like 10 or more. Jesus Christ, that's a big order. Thing is, I've got to say, yeah, I love lamb as a meat, but I always feel guilty eating it. Obviously, it being like it's really weird, yeah, how lamb is so incredibly delicious and mutton tastes like absolute shit. It's like God's playing a cruel joke on us. Like kill them young and they're fucking delicious, but let them grow old or just even to adult age, and they're disgusting as fuck. I think there's a lurker in here due to a recent sub. Thank you. Let's keep those subs ticking over. I'm gonna try and like do more I'm gonna try and make more videos in the next few months, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. I don't know how you people have jobs and do YouTube as well. It's unreal. Are we gonna start lapping the links now? What I'm gonna start doing, Westy, yeah, is I'm just gonna put them all in the description in full. Because I think it would just make things easier. Just do you guys a favor and get it done. Navajo Sterling versus Ivan Erslan announced. Ooh, ooh. Who? I think. Uh, the thing is with Ivan Erslan, yeah, is he looks a little bit too much like those those Egyptian fighters who are like juiced to the gills. You know those two. What do you call them? My brain is really fucked. You know the guy who was like trying to smuggle with bagging in Dubai. You know the two. Fucking on my brain. Anyway, he looks too much like those two cunts. Thanks a lot, you guys. Great card. Other than Aldridge versus Lee, it was a great night. Every fight slapped. Pinto stole the show for me, though, man. Well spoken, dude. Yeah, I mean, Pinto is a Southwest London Chad. As soon as I heard that voice, I was like, this guy's from the ends. He sounds exactly like me. Let's go Navajo. Is Navajo an albino? He looks like one. That cunt looks weird. Navajo looks, and the thing is, yeah, I'll be honest, yeah, my beef with CKB is still not over. Apart from Dan Hooker, I hate all of them. I really do. And Volkanovski doesn't count because obviously he doesn't train there. That's a great idea. I know I'm a genius. That's why I'm the big boss around here. I've got all the ideas, mate. No lambs. I'm not allowed lambs. They were just potatoes in a bag. Yeah. Anyway, Aslan looks like that cunt. I'm assuming that Navajo's going to get it done, but I don't think he's that good either. I guess he's young. He's got time to improve, but I don't like what I've seen from him so far. I really don't. I don't think he's going to amount to anything. And he looks a bit weird. Maybe that's what I'm judging it on. Sub to this psycho. Maybe we raid when we're done here. Oh, Sniff's still on, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna hang around for a little bit. I might do subscribe to everyone in the chat. Did you watch that tank fight? I didn't at all, but don't get why Tracy Cortez wardrobe malfunction with his hair. Tank is a little cunt. I don't like him. And he lost that fight. There was a weird thing where he took a knee at some point in the round because he was getting grease in his eyes or whatever, and they didn't 10-8 him for that. He should have lost that fight. Even without that, he should have lost that fight. I had him losing 8 rounds to 4. It was a robbery. But what do we expect in fucking boxing? Mixing Media, how you doing? Anyone who beats Manel is a cap killer. That's quite sick. So there's quite a few I mean, Mohammed Makayev is a cap killer, technically. Welcome to the stream, though. I don't think I've seen you before. Good to have you here. We're just here talking a little bit of shit on a Sunday. We've currently got 21 likes in the stream and 29 people in here. Shame on you all. We're already counting the days till I can eat that sweet blind chicken. It's pronounced cop. I guess. I guess it is. How does he pronounce it himself? I admit, I used to call him KAPE before he was in the UFC because I used to watch him in Ryzen. It's Cap, isn't it? Cap. Manel Cap. It's not pronounced cop. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck boxing. Fuck judges. Fuck Vegas. That's where the problem's actually fuck boxing, for real. It's cop, are you sure? I was just kidding. I didn't mean to say fuck you. My deepest apologies. I'm sure you're a lovely person. Cop. I mean, cop's fine. No, I mean, yeah, I guess it's... I'm so used to calling him Cap now that I can't go back. Navajo Sterling, Reina equals Reina de Ridder. Do you think... Now that you've brought that up, yeah, how do you guys feel about the Bo Nickel and RDR fight, and who do you think's going to win it? Because I think that's going to be an interesting one. It's whatever Weston says it is. For real. Yeah, it's cop. If Lane and Mixing Media are both saying it's cop, it's cop. But I can't go back now. It's too late. Cop. Yeah, cap. I go cut up. I feel like every stream now, it's just me mispronouncing people's names. And I'm a fucking literature professor. This ain't acceptable. Coupe. Bo Nickel for me. I'm going to be honest with you, Yusalis. I am not the biggest Bo Nickel fan. I think he's terrible. Frankie, you would be goated in stand-up comedy. Nah, mate, I would fucking... Like, honestly, I'm very scared of crowds. It's amazing that I have the job that I have, standing in front of people. It's like it was my way of like facing my worst fears. I hate standing up in front and talking in front of people. I shit myself every time. Only once, literally, but I find speaking to people in public very scary. Manel Gape. Bo all day. Everyone's picking Bo. Interesting. I mean, RDR's goofy as fuck, but I think he might have the right... I think he might have the right tools for Bo. And he's been fighting in mixed martial arts for a while. He's not some, you know, he's not new to the game. RDR did look bad against GM3 and Kevin Holland is washed. Man, don't sleep on GM3, man. GM3 is a veteran. And he's a tough out. I know the Paul Craig performance was bad, but RDR is a bit sloppy. I agree with you. But the problem that we've got here is I think they're comparable striking. Because I thought Bo Nickel had heat in his hands, but apparently not. Because that fight with Paul Craig, he looked awful. I don't think his takedowns are that amazing. And even if he does, RDR wants you to get him to the ground. So I don't love it. I think RDR is going to strangle the life out of him. Or maybe I just want it. Things will heat up after 3-1-3. We have 3-1-4 and 3-1-5. But some of it's not... Let's just be honest with ourselves there. 3-1-3 is awful. 3-1-4 is a good card, kind of. In fact, 3-1-4 is very good. 3-1-4 is an amazing card. I mean, we've got fucking Diego Lopez, Volk. We've got Chandler and Paddy Pimblett, Yair and Pitbull, which is a decent fight. We've got Jeff Neal and Prates, which is an amazing fight. Krylov coming back to fight Reyes. I love that fight. We've got Yan Xiaonan versus Werner Jandiroba, which had to happen. Darren Elkins is around for some reason, but at least him and Julian Arosa will have a pointless scrap. Chase Hooper, I don't know why they keep giving Chase Hooper old dudes. It's kind of bothering me. I think Chase Hooper probably gets that. It's generally a good card. Oh, Sean Woodson and Dan Ige getting buried way down on the prelims is kind of gross. And we've got Gene Silver versus Bryce Mitchell. That card is unbelievable. Is that a false? Hang on a second. Is that a false bookshelf behind you? Does pulling one right flip you into a secret room? It's actually all video games, mate. All those red things you can see in the corner up there are all Switch games, and all the white tipped ones are PlayStation 5 games. I'm a sad little prick. Yeah, Bilal versus JDM is kind of but I think 314 is the best card out of the three. Bilal, Bilal is necessary. We need him to be active because if he's active, there's more chance that he might lose. And again, I hate him. The next number card 313 is god awful on paper. However, it may deliver because quite often when we get cards that are kind of shitty in name value, they I'd rather go into cards with like low expectations and then usually I'm pleasantly surprised. That tends to be how it goes. But as of now, that card, I mean, my balls ain't tingling. I'll be real. The thing is, yeah, I'm the kind of person here where I like fights to have stakes. I need for there to be some where I can see like, oh, this is going somewhere. Which is why even when I get a great fight, I'm happy at the time, but that good feeling doesn't linger for me. My phone won't let me properly spell Krylov. It's sad. Ant claims Powhatan is more confident because it's Ramadan. Do you think Powhatan took this fight during Ramadan as an advantage? No, I think the UFC offered it to. I think Ankalaev made the same excuse last year. I say excuse, sorry, reason is a more fair thing to say. And then the UFC have said to him, "It's going to be now." I think Alex said, "Look, I'm fighting in March. Take it or leave it." And he didn't say who he's fighting. He's gone in there probably to the UFC and said, "I want to fight in March." Probably thinking that Ankalaev would turn it down again. But this time, Ankalaev pulled the old reverse-a-roo on him and got him. So yeah, I think he did try to do it on purpose, and I think it is a fight that he's trying to avoid. But Hooker being off the card took a massive toll. The thing is, there were only 2 headliner fights on it. I don't really care that much about Gaethje and Fiziev fighting again. I'd have rather seen Gene Silver jump in there. But Gene Silver's clearly a smarter man than we think he is. Calling out Bryce Mitchell, which is very winnable for him. He's clearly slow rolling his career a little bit, which is smart. Powhatan Jones is close in my opinion. Hell no. John Jones, and I hate John Jones as a person, as a general human being. He murders Alex, drags him down and beats him up. That fight doesn't last a round. I think he does. John Jones does very similar to Powhatan that he did to Cyril Gahn. Just strangles the life out of him in a minute. I firmly believe that. No, it's really sad, especially considering my daughter's name is Nikita. Nikita is a fucking amazing name, by the way. Yeah, Jones would sub Alex. I will him to win. Laugh my ass off. Doug, don't do Angel Dust again. Or do it more. It seems like there's a fine line you're walking on there. Fight card after 313 is good. New prospects. DR Nagudzai. Josias Musasa. These sound like Lion King characters, bro. Unice Duben. We also have Damon Blackshear. Ryan Span is an idiot. Andre Lima, the guy who got bit. Andre Lima. All right, hang on, Fall. Before you continue with this rant, Fall, Andre Lima is a scumbag. You need to watch Brutally Honest MMA. Brutally Honest MMA's video on Andre Lima. He was cheating the entire fight before he got bitten. So fuck Andre Lima. The scum. Lane, you're a liar. Nurozai, Musasa, and Duben. Yeah. Oh, that's all I'm thinking of when you fire those kind of names at me. I suppose Musasa kind of looks like Mufasa. That's probably where it's come from. John Jones might take up tap dancing because he's gonna tap dance all over Peloton. Crystal's talk to speech to text is one of the funniest things. Barez might upset Lima. I hope he does. I hope he fucking sticks his head up his ass, the cheating prick. Rufi Leao, Maron Santos, I'm happy to see Rufi fight again, but I think he's the runt of the fighting nerds litter. If I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, true, Frankie. That Lima fight was a shit show and a half. He's scum. He cheats in every single fight he has. Do it more, Dougie. Do it more. Sorry, Douglas. Do it more. We encourage drug abuse in here. This isn't like a wholesome chat. Sorry, look, Crystal. I appreciate the fact that that you multitask. That again proves to me that you're a real female. Mario Batista to beat Chito Vera by decision. I reckon so. Chito Vera is too slow to get started, and it's a 3-rounder. I reckon Mario Batista beats him. Yeah, in a fight that nobody will remember. Jones will never fight Alex because Aspinall will retire him with a clean KO. Jones isn't fighting again. He's not. We need to give up on that. Thoughts on Mike Beltran's shambolic performance? Yeah. I mean, this is not the first time he's fucked up a fight, is it? The fight should have been halted at the very least. But the only reason why I'm not too angry with the performance is, first of all, Goat Cap, obviously. Goat Cap can cheat as much as he wants, as long as it gets him to the top. But Cap was clearly winning the fight as well. I think even if you take the eye pokes, and they weren't like in the eyeball, it was sort of scraping across the eye. I'm not saying they're not bad, because obviously they're terrible. It was a horrible performance from Mike Beltran, but I feel like Manel Cap was winning that fight. He was just way too good for Asu Almabayev. Way too good. Yes, bruv. All of these are hits. All Brazilians are winning next week. I'm gonna take your word for that. Mike Beltran sucked ass, Mikey. I love you. He fucked up what would have been a great win, and that's the point, maybe. Because if it had been stopped and reset, then we could have. There'd be no controversy. I mean, there's not that much controversy anyway. But you're right. He kind of ruined his win a little bit. Who's more likely to fight again, Conor or John? John. Conor McGregor's unequivocally not fighting again. And would you? I wouldn't. I'd be on my yacht as well, getting my dick sucked. I wouldn't be fighting again. Beltran's mustache is the nexus of all Dagestani mustaches that never could have been across infinite dimensions. That's a beautiful thought. And Betty, by the way, yeah, before we continue, I need to make sure that you're on that movie stream later on in the week. I need to get you on it, mate. Because I don't know if I know you probably won't go on mic or anything, but I need to at least make sure that you're here. Because your contributions to that movie stream were fucking, well, that impromptu one was amazing. But yeah, Mountain Man, shout out to you as well. Good to have you back, sir. I'm going with John, but I don't think John Jones might get it just out of the fact that the situation may just present itself where he gets a fight that he wants. But I can tell you now, he's definitely not fighting Tom Aspinall. The coward. Yeah, these wrestling used to these. I've been saying this for a long time. We need instant replay. And I don't think we necessarily need like them to explain themselves. But some accountability would help. I think judges should need to release statements as to why they've picked certain people. And then if it turns out that their justifications are nonsense, they need to be flogged. Hung, drawn, and quartered like they used to do back in the day. I appreciate that, Betty. And Betty, again, much love to you. You're an OG in here. Fucking love you as well, bro. Connor is a drug addict now. He's not fiffiting. He's not fiffiting. And he's not fighting either. And to be honest, yeah, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Connor, blah, blah, blah. I get it. He's a near-on billionaire. He's getting his dick sucked by midgets and pretty much everyone else in the game. I would not wanna get my head punched in either. I just wouldn't. Conor McGregor's probably gonna be dead by 45 though. I'll be honest with you. He's gonna have like a coke overdose or something. And I'm sorry to say it, but thoughts on Van versus Saruya? I feel like Van's striking and experience wins him the fight. I think Van is class. The problem that I've got with Van, and this is gonna sound like a weird criticism, he fights too much. He fights too much. Van is gonna have a horrible record by the end of his career, but he's gonna be loved. He fights way too often. He's a young guy, and I get the sense they call him, and he goes, "Yep." Doesn't look into who he's fighting. He just says, "Yep." But as far as that fight goes, and again, I don't know why they're giving Saruya that fight immediately. It's not right. Van's like he's like 5, 6, 7 fights into his UFC career now. I don't know. It pisses me off. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Van, but the takedowns do worry me. Saruya has a very good wrestling game. Mountain Man, you should put up a video someday, just any video. You have some really awesome takes, and you should get them out there. Crystal, this is mwah. This is why I love this community. Do you remember there was a time, Crystal, when people used to come in here and they used to fight with each other, and then I would sit here like while everyone was dissing out each other's mums and saying they were going to beat each other up. It was horrible. Bring back floggings. I'm a big fan of floggings. I think they never should have stopped with that shit. Very good take, Frankie. Van was supposed to fight Bruno Silva. Now a whole new matchup on short notice. Maybe you can replicate the Cody Durden performance. I think it's unfair, but I think that's what Van's doing. I think he's that guy now where he's young, he loves fighting, he's unafraid, and he's just going, yep. But it's what Fool's saying here. His management must be terrible. They're not looking at the long game. However, what's interesting about Van's career is if he keeps fighting and winning, he's gonna make a lot of money. He'll be one of those guys who'll probably never be champion, but he'll make money. Because the more and more fights you have in the UFC, obviously you incrementally make more. So if he can get 10 fights deep quickly, maybe that's what his thinking is. He's maybe thinking, I'll get as many fights on my record as I can. I'm probably going to win the majority of them because he is sick. And then he can just get up to a point where he's making 250, 300 grand to fucking show up, and then he's gold. Some fighters, that's enough. Not everyone gets in the game to be a champion. I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been when you said. Chris Gray, you fucking legend. We should be hugging and crying together right now for reasons that only we understand. Yeah, Van is gonna have a Clay Guida looking record, 28 and 38 and 23. Yeah, he's gonna be in the UFC until he's 40 something, and he's gonna finish his career as a midget featherweight. Frankie, stop flexing so hard, bro. You're making us feel small. You know what? Somebody said I had gorilla arms the other day. It couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, these old things, these old boys. I'm not even doing it on purpose, I swear. Oh. There's cringe for you. No, Chris, we're gonna have to do the old. I told you, man, it's got to be Poland, bro. Fuck your plans to go to the UK. We need to go to Poland and get you some ripe apples, as opposed to the dusty ones that are falling off the tree here. The Kevin Holland of flyweights. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You two nailed it. Westy nailed it as well. Absolutely. That's exactly who he's going to be. And the thing is, they like him as well. I mean, he's what? He's 23 years old. And he's already had, how many fights has Joshua Van had? Joshua, mate, Chris, I'm getting fat lately, mate. Being at work here, he's 12-2. He's had 14 professional fights, and he's 23 years old. It's crazy. Yeah, welcome to the gun show, baby. So guys, you drugged your kids. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing about this talk to text, Crystal. This is gonna have social services coming and knocking. You should drag your kid on a mile and a half walk. I'm assuming you're saying dragged and not drugged. If it's drugged, we need to have a conversation going this way, and if it's dragged, we can have a conversation going this way. I also dragged my I took my son out twice today. I took him to go out on his bike this morning, and then in the afternoon, I took him out to the park. I thought I'd do a little bit of double dose today. Speaking of drugging, base Crystal, yeah, Crystal's putting the old whiskey in the old sippy cup, old school style. Children are property. They are. If you have kids hustle bones, which I'm assuming you do, with a statement like that, they have to be. I thought he's older than that. Yeah. How old is your kid, Crystal? You know what I meant, yes. We went a mile and a half through the mud, melted snow and water. It was pretty that sounds like a great day out, I'll be honest. A mile and a half ain't that bad. Parents don't do that anymore, man. They just stick their kids in front of the iPad and then I will hit you up on Twitter, bro. This trip can happen sooner than I thought, bro. I'm down. I'm fucking down, Chris. I'll get you in the kitchen as well. That'd be sick. We can maybe do a couple of cooking videos or something. That'd be. I can expand my horizons a little bit. You know, we've already accepted that this is no longer an MMA channel. I mean, we do talk about it sometimes. What we've got two more fucking G's up in the building. Ty Betts, shout out to you. And again, I'm going to say this in front of everyone. Ty Betts recently hit 1,000 subs, but he wants more, and we should give him more. So get over to Ty Betts, and also Mr. Picks and Packs, whose name is Tom, I believe. I found this out recently. Who often is a complete murderer when they do debates and shit. I think you're the same dude. Subscribe to Mr. Picks and Packs as well. She's 6 years old. I've been thinking of taking the channel in the direction of her reading some. Crystal, that's exactly what you need to do. Kids' channels do extraordinarily well on YouTube. I'm thinking of making my own channel where I do this, like not like this, obviously, because I couldn't fucking monitor. I couldn't suddenly break into kids stuff on this channel. But I used to be an elementary teacher as well. There's money to be made in teaching little shits. I mean, little kids. I will definitely shep up for you and show you a few tricks up my sleeve. I'd fucking love that, bro. I can't. I'm 100% serious about doing something. We've got. I'm thinking Poland would be awesome, and maybe Bulgaria or some. But I think Poland would be right up your alley. I think Fiziev can win this time. I 100% agree with you. I think Justin Gaethje's on the decline. Fiziev's had a lot of time off. I think he's going to go in there and bang him out. My only problem is I thought he won the first fight as well. I'm going to be honest. I thought he got robbed. I don't think the parents do enough of this stuff with their kids. So I'm trying to, put it out there. This is what you should do. I always take my kid out for walks. Always. My kid doesn't watch a lot of TV. He doesn't have a tablet. We read to him most of the time. And he does a lot of physical activities. There's a lot of like puzzles and shit like that. I'm old school, man. Both my daughters are like secretly like, I don't want to say they're autistic because they're not, but they're fucking geniuses in what they do. And it's because we didn't just sit them in front of a TV and fuck. Frankie cooking would be great. I burned the house down, mate. But I've got insurance. It'll be fine. I worked 17 hours for some rich Indians yesterday. I think this is the sorest I've ever been in my life. What were they doing to you? It sounded like you've been getting fucked in the ass for money, mate. I'm dead ass, bruv. Dear, there's no joking around here. We'll do the whole thing. Like we can maybe meet in England, and then head to Poland. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you a chance to be wrong, is what you're saying. Come over here. We can see what you can see what UK women are made of, which is shit, and then we can go over to like Scandinavia or Poland or where the real bitches are at. Because you're into your white chicks. I'm happy to be your wingman. I'm not gonna be dipping my dick in any of that sauce myself, but I'll certainly wingman it up for you. What's good, cunt? Get those cheeks lubed for daddy. Oh fuck, he's back. Hide the petroleum jelly. How you doing, brother? How you doing, Colton? You sick fuck. Bulgaria, I've heard, is really, really beautiful. It's like and it's quite cheap there as well. Thai is my cheeks are sore though. Kids are better to be physically active as well. 100%. Kids are fat little shits these days. My son is a little monster. He's a physical monster. He goes in there and he chads it up at school. He's got his little gang. I told you guys about this, or I told you guys about this before. My son got bit at school a few weeks ago, and I made a contact with the teacher to go in, and I was gonna fucking tear them a new asshole. And it turns out my son is like a little Vito Corleone at school. He's rounded up all the naughty kids and he gets them to do whatever he wants. Couldn't have been more proud. Yeah, give you a chance to eat my words. Yeah, the thing is though, you're sick as fuck though, bro. I mean, you talk about you talk about fours like they're 50s. So you might be all right. It's more the attitude that's the problem with UK bitches, bro. They be rolling gross. Same with my family with iPad and tablets, but my sister does take them out. My brothers are older and they still use tablets and they can hang out with their friends. Tablets are very, very. I mean, the internet is a fucking shitty place, Andy. Especially YouTube. It's awful. I mean, look at what you guys are watching right now. Yeah, I'd never take orders from an Indian. They can all go fuck off back to England and eat bullcock. Mate, don't be sending them over here. I very rarely say racist stuff in this channel unless I'm drunk. I'm not a huge fan of Indian males. The women can get it though. Kapoo! Bulgaria is the shit. See, Mikey knows. I kind of proved you wrong about how I got solid taste in women. I'm gonna call that an early stoppage and a no score draw. Because you did make some good points. I mean, some of the women in Coronation Street, I'm not gonna lie, they were better than I remember. So I'm gonna start challenging my kid to do these workouts right here. How you doing, Angie? For yeah, I mean, physical, doing puzzles, that kind of stuff. We need to. Your kid will have an amazing advantage if you don't stick them in front of a tablet and just let them retard their way out or retard their way through things. Nah, the women suck too. I know. I know. I told you guys I dated an Indian woman when I was in my late teens, and she was the most sexually selfish cunt I've ever been with. Oh man, the fucking bigots have come out today. Why do I encourage this? I love it. That's exactly what I did in fourth grade. I called it the Shizness Business 100. Is your son's name Douglas? Tell him I said what up. His name's not Douglas, but my son actually. I'm not going to reveal my son's name on stream because that would be extremely irresponsible. But he's got a cool ass fucking name. He's just a little Chad. Only one of them you thought was mid. Nah, I was being generous. No, I didn't say she was mid. I said she was a dog. But you're right. Some of them were better than I remember. My son likes books, not much watching. The thing is that if you set the tone early, it works. It's like how my mum used to tell me that broccoli was candy. And now I love a good stem. That's great, Angie. Reading is very important and fundamental for higher education. I couldn't agree more. And kids don't read anymore. The next generation is cooked. They're all dumb as fuck. But my son will be the ruler of them all. I mean, AI is going to take over and kill everyone, but he'll probably have one or two good years. So Frank, this is a little like what I do. You throw a loaf of bread in the middle of a chicken coop, and then you watch the shit show unfold. I knew. Is that how your chicken got blinded? Got blinded? I thought your chicken was born that way. I'm starting to wonder now. Frankie Junior. He does. As you know, my name's Francis. He does have Francis in his name. I can reveal that much. I don't want subscribers. Tough luck. Subscribe to Western Mass Climber immediately. He doesn't want you. No, it's all right, Douglas. I don't mind. I don't mind. What I'm saying is, it's more just like because there's sick people on the internet, and I'm gonna get doxxed sooner or later. I mean, I have been once or twice. Or I send my 6-year-old, and they're holding half a lot of bread, and that's even funnier. That is fucking. That is what you make them stand in the middle, or they throw it in. My son does that quite a lot. Like he runs up to animals and screams at them. Like when we were out today, he saw a couple of ducks and he just ran up to them screaming, "Ducks!" Which I couldn't really understand the need for that behavior. I never correct him though. No, the chicken I got that's blind, she was born that way. It's been getting worse. Muscular degeneration, I guess. I've never spent so much money. This is what I'm saying. You're such a kind soul. Ezekiel is not far from what it is. It's very close to that. But stop guessing because I'm going to reveal it. It's an awesome name. God, I love this stream, and we love you, Dougie's Corner. It's like I said, Dougie, this is where you can come and you can be as gay, racist, stupid, autistic as you want. I mean, I am cultivating a certain type of community here, and I'm grateful every day for it. I have a video. Dougie needs to join me and Frankie. I know Dougie's going over to America very soon. I'm gonna meet Dougie one day. One day I'm gonna. I'm predicting this though. If I ever meet Dougie, it's gonna be in Thailand, I reckon, because there's no fucking way I'm going to Australia. I despise and often forget we live in a gay world. We do. So just let it go, bruv. Let that bumhole enjoy itself. Jax, I'm really sorry. I swear to God, I've been somewhat mature during this stream. You turning up at the moment I tell one of my subscribers to open their own bumhole is not great. I'm definitely up for some collabs this week. 1,000,000%. Actually, Jax, you'll be pleased to know, yeah, over the last couple of weeks, subscribe to Making the Walk. Subscribe to Making the Walk. We've done many, many videos together. There were people in the chat that, yes, in my last stream and in the stream before, asking where the fuck you were. I told them you were dead. I hope you don't mind. But shout out to Jax for Making the Walk. I hope your wife and your kids are doing wonderful. Yeah, it will be Thailand, or mate, if you come to England, you're welcome to stay at my place, 100%. I mean, I've got too much space around here. But I think it would be great. I think Thailand would be better just because it would be funny. And we could and Dougie, we could do our Ladyboy, or what was the game? Oh fuck, someone gave me a really sick name for it. The Ladyboy game that we're gonna do, where we walk up to random people in the street, and then I'll get talking to them, and then secretly in the poll, I'll write, is this a ladyboy or not? And then at the very end, we'll have the big reveal. Like I'll just pull up her skirt or something. I'm trying to refine the rules of the game, but it's a work in progress right now. I figure I've got like a few months to work it out, but we'll get there. Set up a fight night Frankie meet and greet in Thailand. Imagine the fucking degenerates that would roll up to that. Imagine. My meet and greet would be the worst fucking. It would look like a fucking. I don't even want to say. I don't wanna say. It would look bad. There should yeah, Lane, we should have, like, a counter in the corner for when bumholes get mentioned. I mention them I can't help myself. I cannot help it. So I just sent you a video on Discord. If you wanna play it on stream, it's pretty funny. My child being attacked by chickens. Hang on a second. I will do just that. I will do that, Crystal. In fact, Crystal, have you is this the one that you put on hang on. Oh, it's a short. Wait a second. Crystal, it's a YouTube short. Why don't you just Crystal, can you put the link in? Thanks for the invite. I'll book yeah, Colton, you ain't staying at my house. I don't fancy sleeping with one eye open. Colton will definitely try to sneak into my room at night for a bit of strange. I'd be shaking in my own house. You're not invited, cunt. But like and subscribe. Shut up, you fake Muslim. You aren't even fasting. Whoa! Crystal, can you send that short in the oh, here we go. I got ya. I got it. I got it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've just realized as well, yeah, Bodak has just gone online. So I reckon I'm gonna hang around here for another couple minutes and then we'll go and raid my boy. But before then, because I mean it is fucking 10 o'clock at night, and you know I'm old as fuck. I've got work tomorrow. But I am gonna play this crystal short. Hang on a second. So for those of you who aren't aware, this is Crystal's daughter being attacked by chickens. Let's go. Wait a second. Let me just zoom this. Oh fuck. Maximize. Maximize. Nope, that's not gonna I'll put it. Let's switch it around. Hang on. There we no. There we are. There we are. Wait. Sound.
I don't have any more, guys.
Guys, it's over here. It's over
I
here,
have
guys. Here, take that.
And this is why you should subscribe to Crystal Miller. Because if you have like a fetish for seeing children get abused, Crystal Miller's your girl. Yeah, see, I liked it already. Already liked it. This is how you know I got you back, Crystal.
About to sneak up on the side. A mama saved you.
She looks genuinely terrified.
Hey, you. Hey, you go.
I need to close Discord. I hate that.
You guys.
I got the whole thing. You're done, kid.
Get over there. No.
I give her credit though. She's sitting there and taking it.
Could you imagine if the big girls would jump in your lap like the little ones will?
That is wholesome. It's disturbing and wholesome as fuck. I didn't think it was possible for two of those things to be true. What a way to start the last. Yeah, and yeah, watch Dougie's watch Dougie's recap after the stream, because Dougie's videos are always beautifully edited, and he always gives amazing takes as well. I fucking love Dougie's corner. I don't think I'd be here anymore if it wasn't for Dougie's corner. I love you, man. It's adorable abuse. That's what it is. It's adorable abuse. So shout out to Crystal Miller. So I'm gonna quickly pin Dougie's I'm gonna pin Dougie's link in the stream. Please, I'm gonna go over there and watch it myself. But for now, if we could head over to I've had a great time with you guys. I always do. I'm gonna have to head off because I need to sleep, and well, now that Bodak's on as well, he's got 4 people in there. And he's doing, it looks like he's doing a quiz. So this will be the perfect time to jump in. So head over to Bodak. I'm going to quickly link and I will be back probably tomorrow. I'll probably be back tomorrow to do to talk more complete and utter nonsense. Dougie legit is the reason we're all here. I'm not even joking. If I didn't stumble on Dougie and Westy that night, this channel wouldn't be. It probably still wouldn't exist. I would have given up. So show love to Dougie's Corner. Absolutely love him. And watch his recap video to help boost the algorithm. For now, I've posted in Bodak's channel. Let's all head over there immediately. I love you all, and I will catch you tomorrow. And at the very latest, I'll catch you on Tuesday. And also subscribe and watch Andy B's new stuff as well. And hit the like button. You scum. Thank you. In a bit, guys. Much love to all of you. Thanks for making this another special Sunday.